Hey guys, what's up? Sora here, back with another Shadowverse video. And I know we just did another net deck tested the other day, but this was too interesting to not run today. So this is a deck from a user on Twitter named Potofu, and it was posted on Reddit. He calls it mid-range shadow, I call it mid-aggro shadow. He said that this is quote-unquote the ultimate counter to Sword. And since Sword is very dominant in the meta right now, I was naturally intrigued. Then I saw Orthrus, and then I was like, okay, I'm sold, right? So here's the deck. Essentially, the way that the deck works is it's very much like pre DBNE mid-range shadow. So Demon Lord Ektar was the top end, and Odal was a control. The new thing here is Corpse Lord, given the buff. Very, very good card right now. At least one of the best cards in Shadow relative to the other cards. Just because that Necromancy 4 down from 6 is a really big buff. We also are running the other buff card from Shadow, Troph's Curse, which is kind of like a worse Lurching Corpse, but it'll do. And the reason why I call it Aggro Shadow is because you're running Orthrus, which hasn't seen play ever. in rotation at the very least. It's always been unlimited where I see her, where the true Aggro Shadow lies. It's also running Mischievous Spirit, which is really interesting. I had to actually look the card up when I put it in. It's Fanfare Necromancy 3, Summon a Ghost, which combos well into Demon Eater, particularly. And then we're also running the Spartoish Sergeants. That way we give fuel to all of the Shadow requirements that the deck has. So I've had a lot of practice with it. It's okay, but I wanted you guys to see how okay it is versus not okay it is. The deck definitely has holes, and I'll tell you guys about it later. But right now, I think this has the makings of something good. I'm not going to say great. It has the makings of something good, I think. And we'll get to see in the matches. So let's get started. Alright. Game 5. Again, okay, this is Sword. This is the deck that it's supposed to counter. This is supposedly the counter. So let's see how we do. Skull Ring is really good. I'm hesitant to not get Ektar, or not keep Ektar. But Odal is really good too. I feel like we can only keep 2, not 3 of them. So I think we should get rid of the Ektar, as crazy as that sounds. Okay. Because that was just too greedy of a hand. And if this is Aggro Sword, then Ektar isn't going to do anything. Alright. Looks like it's not Aggro Sword. It's Lancer. Okay. Should I spend anything here? I don't want to spend that because we're gonna get Skull Ring. If this is Mars, we get punished so hard. Yeah. As crazy as that sounds, that's what I'm spending. Because I really don't want to get punished by Mars, that's the thing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care about that as much. Ah, it's Troughed. Then Skull Ring is going to be handy, though he can double trade into it. Probably is just Zombie Party at this point. Because if I play this, he plays Fatal Bullet, and then he trades into this, and then we're left with him plus 2 followers on the board. So I'd rather not allow him that tempo.
Alright already! I surrender!
If he plays one thing here, then at least we can evolve the Pure-Hearted Singer. Or the Skull Ring.
Battlefields, 100 prizes.
Alright. Okay then. Janky play is janky. Super jank play, but what can you do? Can't allow that to swing.
Twilight.
That is one of the jankiest plays I've ever done. Okay. Free Evo here.
Strike.
Perfectly countered by Soul Squasher.
Turn the power of hope to light.
Let me think. Is it Soul Squasher into Pure-Hearted? Or Soul Squasher into Skull Ring? Probably Soul Squasher into Skull Ring. So we don't need the draws as big right now? Question mark? Yeah, I like Skull Ring because it brings back something later.
Souls, they're so fresh. Take up my shield. Want to play?
Alright. We continue our latest edition of Janky Plays as Janky. Barbarossa, hi. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Sure. Yeah, it's probably Pure-Hearted, I want to say. Pure-Hearted and then Demon Eater, the Pure-Hearted. That way we at least have the draw. Let's actually do that first, if I'm gonna go with that play anyway. Yeah, let's do that first. Corpse! Ah, that's unfortunate. That would have been handy right now.
Food should act like food. Did you like it?
Okay. Okay. We have options. We have options. Alright.
In the name of glory.
Expected that.
Hey, why so angry?
Thunder.
I'm stuck.
Alright. This is a pretty hard board to counter.
Food should act
Even with everything that we have right now in our hand. Don't have enough shadows to trade everything. I think Corpse Sword is our best bet. Because that at least puts up a threat that he has to answer. Though we take a lot of damage for that price. Or we can set up the Prince Catacomb right now. Like, the problem is we only get 3. But we guarantee the Demon Lord after. So, this is a question of whether we want a Corpse or Demon Lord after. It's Corpse.
showed you.
Because he has to answer it at the very least. Which he can.
Sleep forever.
I forgot he had that. I legitimately actually forgot that he had that.
From the flames of war, the fame of war.
He had another Barbarossa? Oh my god. That's actually the perfect counter. That's just the perfect counter.
Decay and shine.
That is just absolutely the most perfect counter I could think of.
You're mean.
Yeah. I could not think of a better counter than what he just did there.
This head can't be taken.
God damn. That was an absolutely beautiful counter.
I want seconds.
And he still wins. Because if he has yeah, he still pretty much wins here. That was an absolutely beautiful counter. Probably should have went with the Catacomb, honestly. I forgot that he had the Fatal Spell Bomb. That's my fault.
This will decide things. Again. 100 battlefields, 100
Alright.
prizes.
Just to have that. Well, we tried. We tried, people. And we failed.
The black fowl.
We failed.
Take my hand.
We failed encountering the deck that we're supposed to counter.
Don't let the light blind you.
That's about as telling as you can say. It's like my only possible misplay there was the Corpse Sword of War.
You and I.
Really, and even that didn't work, so
Strike.
Shining Paladin, attack!
I'm not sure why he didn't attack with that first, but okay. If he's gonna go face with it anyway.
You're mean.
Alright. Hector's my only way out, right? Yeah, I feel like Hector's my only way out. No, even with Hector, because I don't have enough followers. So I can trade 1, 2, 3 zombie party, but I don't get anything. So we might as well do this first, see what our option is. Ha! Not good enough. Not good enough, unfortunately.
Your death will be swift. Die.
Uh-huh.
My mouth's watering.
Die.
Amazing.
Good shot!
Great
Yeah.
move.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's the deck. Like, if I had remembered that he had that, then maybe it would have been different, but it was still a really bad spot. I can't imagine, like, if I played the Prince Catacomb play there, because I was trying to fight for the board pretty much, but I couldn't get there. Trying to think of like the better play, but yeah, I had like a bunch of dead catacombs in my hand. That was the problem. Yeah, that was good. Alright, last deck of the night. I'm going to play against probably Ginger Rune. I'm going first, which is great. Thank God. Not a good hand against Ginger Rune. Probably not. Okay, this is alright. Spartoy into Corpse Sword will help, although this hand still needs some help. Not that help. Not sure, because we can't play Corpse Sword on 4. It's just asking for it to be killed. Like at most, this will be a ward.
These are my best work.
All right. Turn 3. Balance is okay.
I am Venomous the Shiner.
Then Prince Catacombs, that'll be good.
Decay and shine.
Even with just the 2. I'll probably take the value trade right now.
What are you hiding inside?
No, there's no reason not to take the value trade there. Because even if he plays Paradise, then I just lose both anyway.
These are my best work.
Paradise Vanguard. Come on, where is it? No, okay. We're good. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Time to go the whole
I don't mind that as much. Alright. I am perfectly fine with that. Is it still Corpse Lord? Probably. Clear the board.
That's really tastier.
This is still very answerable, by the way. Not like that isn't answerable. The unfortunate part is Odal isn't good in this matchup. Okay. Alright. It's probably Aisha. It is probably Aisha here. I can't imagine it not being Aisha. Because that leaves 2 threats for him to deal with. Yeah. Do we just go pure aggro here and evolve everything? Probably. Because what punishes me here? Hector, right? Or Paradise Vanguard? On his 6, he can play a Lion Champion, which doesn't really help a lot. Because I just punched through with Hector. I can play it safe and play Demon Eater, but that's probably not the choice. It's Aisha. I'm just wondering whether I should evolve. And go all in.
Relax. Your death will be swift. Die.
Damn it!
I'm wondering.
Want to play?
Call me crazy. Because I probably am. I probably am really crazy by doing that. Alright. Still can't get to Abomination.
Fear is the first step of worship.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's dead. What the hell?
Die.
Impressive.
Okay.
Looks like you won.
You didn't draw that? Okay. Alrighty then. Sure. Why not? He just got unlucky.
I won.
I probably shouldn't have evolved the skeleton. That was a misplay on my part. He just got unlucky. And there you have it. That's the deck, guys. So the overall record was 2-5. 2 wins to 5 losses. The reason why I ran the 2 is because some of the 5 losses were minor misplays on my part. I have played with this deck a lot. I played it all day Tuesday. But I'm not as good with it as I probably should be currently. So, but I definitely know enough about the deck to make some criticisms on it. First and foremost, this card is really awkward. Like, it's either you get it really early, or you get it late, but then it uses up a 3 shadows. And if you use up with 3 shadows, unless you already have Demon Eater in hand, then it's not really going to help. At the most, it's a rush card, and that's about it. So definitely not, I think, in the final build of this deck, if I choose to run it any further. The other thing here is that the three Prince Catacombs, I think, are very, very questionable. Prince Catacomb doesn't do a lot by itself. I know it provides fuel to the deck, but I feel like either I just drew really bad and I kept drawing them late without a board, or like I couldn't play them well enough that he actually mattered. He's very easily countered right now with all the banishes in the game, and I feel like something like Ceres would actually be better in the meta, just because a lot of things can't trade up to it. You can't trade Lancers into it, you can't trade Forest cards into it. I feel like Ceres is actually the better card here, believe it or not. Just because it can trade up versus Catacomb, it can't really trade up. Moreover, this deck is really Evo hungry, so I would even say Orthrus should be a 3 of rather than a 2 of. Just because she does provide some Evo-less kills, assuming that you can trade well with your Skull Rings and your other smaller stuff in the early game. So, long story short, there is potential with the deck. 3 Odiles and 3 Demon Rectors I think are absolutely necessary. I would even argue for the 3rd Troft's Curse, and even more, I would argue for 3 Corpse Lords, but I get why he chose 2. It's because having the 3rd one is pretty awkward. Having more than 1 Corpse Lord in play is not great. However, most people are teching against Corpse Lord now. They know like to attack him with 1 and then banish him with the 3. So there might be some warranty to the 3rd. So I'll probably revisit this deck later on because I do like the thesis statement. It's very anti-meta, let's put it that way. There's some anti-meta stuff in here. I think if I were to put anything in priority of things to add, it would be Ceres. It would be potentially another Corpse Lord and potentially another Troughs. And that's what I would make, taking out 1 Catacomb and the 2 Mischievous Spirits. So, but yeah, that's the deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be doing other content in the very near future, but for now, thank you guys for watching. This has been Sora, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.